Hi everybody, my name is Richard W. Schmidt, registered dietitian and author of You Cannot Outrun That Brownie. Today's topic for video number 6 is protein. What's your protein IQ? How much do you know about protein? I bet you know something, probably its functions, etc. You know sources of protein, but how much protein does the average adult male need per day? Do you know? 56 grams. How about the average adult female? 46 grams. Sounds like a large number. So I guess we have to be munching on protein breakfast, lunch, and dinner to get to that number. I don't think so. An 8-ounce New York boneless strip steak, 56 grams of protein. 8 ounces of salmon, 46 grams of protein. So our male and female needs are met respectively from those two foods. Where else does protein come from? It comes from dairy. It comes from nuts and seeds, all the different meats, veal, pork, seafood, of course. So protein comes from various sources. How many calories per gram for protein? There's 4 calories per gram for protein, the same as carbohydrate. So let's not forget that. In listening and laughing and learning, I want you to remember that carbohydrate and protein are the same, 4 calories per gram. One of the problems with protein, though, 4 calories per gram is a pretty good number. But when it comes to meat, there's nothing that exists that is a fat-free meat. So when you're eating meat, you're taking in fat. And there are cuts of meat that are pretty high in fat. Those that are lower, of course, are your fish, whether it be white fish or dark fish. And there's leaner cuts of meat, and of course trimming fat for meat is a good thing to do. So we have to watch how much protein we're eating. So I suggest you use a lot of those apps that are out there. They're excellent for tracking intake. You need to take inventory of how much protein am I currently consuming. How many grams am I consuming versus the 46 and 56 number respectively. And take a look at what can I do to reduce that number. Because you really don't need a lot more than that. You're taking in a lot of excess calories just from eating too much meat. And yeah, it's difficult now. It's very difficult. You go to a restaurant now and you ask for a burger. What do they want to top it with? An egg. You're looking at double portions of meat no matter where you go. It's difficult. At least in the area of dairy, you can, when you shop, buy reduced fat. You can buy no-fat dairy options. You know they exist. In the yogurt, in the milk, etc. Cheese is a problem. 100 calories per ounce for cheese. And your part skim mozzarella cheese, not much better, about 80 calories per ounce. Anything less than that kind of tastes like rubber, and it really doesn't taste good. And there's very few cheeses that are very low fat, that are low calorie. So cheese could be problematic for a lot of people. And where is cheese? You go to a deli, it's on every sandwich. At 100 calories per ounce, that adds up fast. There may be an opportunity there to cut some of that cheese out of your program to help you achieve your weight loss goals. Remember, this all relates to your daily basal metabolic rate. So can you take some calories out of the protein sources that you're currently eating? Probably. Remember, nuts and seeds, great source of protein, but at 600 to 800 calories per cup could be problematic. But they're good for you. I'm not saying that they're not. Need to be aware of those numbers. So you need to start thinking about the following. What is the reduced quantity of foods that you really, really like? And what would be the reduced frequency of those foods that you're willing to consume and still feel satisfied and not deprived from having those foods? So an example might be, let's just say you love hamburgers and you're eating them, 4 days a week. Maybe 2 days a week would work. Maybe you'd still have them 4 days a week, but instead of having a 8-ounce burger, maybe you have a 4-ounce burger and top it with vegetables and lettuce and the like to help reduce the protein intake. By reducing the protein intake, of course, you're going to reduce the calories. I want to talk about ground beef for a second. Ground beef is tricky. First of all, the information on the label is before cooking. And if you read the label of 90% lean ground beef, you would think, well, that's only 10% fat, so that's really a good choice. Did you know that 10% fat is by weight, not by calories? So that 90% ground lean beef is actually 50% fat by calories. Yeah, so what's the best you could do? Yeah, cook it well. You'll have fewer calories than cooking it medium rare. So it is work, but it's work that you need to consider doing. And fat is 9 calories per gram. So remember, so now we have carbohydrate and protein at 4 calories per gram and fat at 9 calories per gram, more than twice the amount. Let's take a look at one more area of foods that people tend to forget, and that is fried foods. So you may take that good piece of flounder and bread it and fry it, and yeah, you're going to probably triple to quadruple the calories in that fish. So fried foods in and of themselves for protein sources can be very problematic. Yeah, fried egg is going to have more calories, of course, than a poached egg, and you know that. But again, you need to relate that to your individual needs. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little video on protein, and I hope that you hit the subscribe button, and please come to my website. I also have on my website now my bibliography, all the sources that I utilized to write this book. It's an outstanding list of about 100 references, and I hope to see you soon at our next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.